So yeah, just recapping of previous sessions. So we have discussed so far what is Excel and different types of formats in Excel and history of Excel. The terminologies we have already seen. Okay, the object model of Excel, right? Excel is an application which is a collection of workbooks, and each workbook is a collection of worksheets, and each worksheet is a collection of cells and ranges. So it is a single cell. When you select a group of cells, is a called range, right? So and we have seen all these formats, okay, and this is for especially to save the data only, and these two are to save the data and macros as well, and this is a comma separator to store the data only. So before Excel 2007 version, some of companies they still use this .xls format because their applications was designed, and those applications would accept only .xls format. I mean, they didn't gets updated to the newer versions of these Excels. They did not upgrade it. Okay, and these are all after 2007 versions, and this is 2007 before version. Okay, that's why still this is existing in market because some of the applications accepts .xls format. Okay, and what is the difference between, for example, if you save your file with the .xls format, you can see only 65,536 rows, but when you save your file with the .xlsx, you can see almost 10 lakhs, 10 lakhs rows. Okay, that is some of basic differences. And slicers, these are all concepts comes after 2007 and 2010 versions. Okay, sorry, yeah, slicers only, these concepts. Okay. Okay, and next we have seen this number format. So the types of formats that are existed in Excel is general, date, number, currency, accounting. Also, I have explained, why the date was showing in the form of numbers. How it, how it is possible? Because our calendar starts from 19, which is assigned each number. So every date has been assigned with a number. So till today they have assigned a number to each date, and for this date we got a number of 36526 like that. Okay, also we have seen that Excel accepts only 16 digits. That means we can do some kind of arithmetical operations on a number up to 16 digit only. If you enter more than 16 digit, it converts remaining digits as 0. But how to maintain, how to see that more than 16 digits? So you should convert that into a text format. You can write a single quote as well. You can write a single quote, then enter the data. Okay, then every letter, I mean every character will be visible, but this would not be useful for calculations. Okay, and I have given some of examples for your practice, like uh, single D represents only single digit, DD digits represent two digits. The format, so you can change your date format as your wish. So you can see short date and long date, right? If you want to see more date formats, not only date formats, it related to number or general, go to the more number formats. There you can see the different types of formats. Number, you can decrease the decimals, you can increase the decimals. Okay, currency same, you can add symbol and decimals as well. Okay, and accounting also related to both are currency related. Date, you can also, these are the different kinds of formats, so you can change the format as per your requirement. Okay, for example, I want to change my date with this format 01/01/2022, right? But you can search that format, is this available here? If that is not available, then go to custom and write your format like DDYY. So it will convert into whatever the format you have mentioned there, it will convert like that. Okay. So if any format is not existed, you can write your own format. You can set up your own format in the custom area. Okay. Please remember that in the custom area. Okay. Next. So generally, we have discussed the types of functions. So before getting into the functions, the data is generally two types. One is text data and numerical data, right? Text data is nothing but combination of numbers, you know, numbers, alphabets, and symbols. Like, see, I'm talking about data types. There are two types. One is text data, another one is numerical data. Text data is combination of alphabets with with the symbols and numbers. This is a text data. And coming to numerical are different types. Like all are numbers, but we can represent the numbers in a different formats. When I say different formats, like percentages, right? Decimals, and next currency, right? All these are different types of formats. Even I can consider date is also a numerical thing, because when can you when you say that is a numerical, when you are able to apply some mathematical operations on a particular thing, that can be called as a numerical data type. Okay, for example, this is 12, so I am just dividing 12 divided by, sorry, divided by something 2, right? I can able to some do I can able to apply some mathematical operations, right? Even for the day also, yeah, I can apply some kind of I can add two dates to this 5 6, right? So I can also, sometimes we can also consider date as a numerical data type. Okay. And why we are discussing all these things? So sometimes, I mean, in the Excel there are predefined function sets are there. If you go to formula tab, these are all the predefined function sets, like financial functions, logical functions, text functions, and date and time functions, lookup functions, and mathematical functions, statistical, informational. Okay, so we are going to discuss all these function sets. So generally it is very difficult to remember all the function sets, right? So we have almost more than 200 functions, so it is very difficult to remember all these functions. That's why they segregated into some groups. Okay, suppose if your column having text data, then you can apply text functions. Okay, if your column having numerical data, then you can apply mathematical functions and statistical functions. Okay, if your column having like a date related data, okay, then you can apply date and time functions. And logical functions are some kind of when you have multiple result sets. Okay, for example, you are doing something uh, and there is a condition, you need to check the condition. If the condition is true, then you should get one answer. If condition is false, you should return another solution or another result. So in that scenario we use these logical functions. Okay, and lookup functions. Lookup functions are simple. You have a data in one, generally in this scenario you have multiple tables or two tables, more than one table. So you have two tables. One table contain one data, another table contain another data, but you want to retrieve another the second table column into the first table. Okay, that scenario we will use these lookup functions. So for example, here I'm having some kind of item category, subcategory, brand. Okay, I have another data and I want to retrieve this brand column into another area, another table. In those scenarios we will use lookup functions. Okay, and informational functions. Informational functions are simple. It is just giving information to the user, like he wants to check whether your cell is a blank or not, or whether your cell is even or not, or whether your cell contains a logical result or not, or your cell contains a number or not. It's a kind of information. So all this information, you will get a result as either true or false. Okay, that is the basic thing. And financial functions, if you are belongs to financial related background like BCom or something, you can use some kind of you know uh, financial functions here. Okay, most probably we will discuss logical, text, date and time, lookup, mathematical and statistical, and informational. Okay, these engineering we will not discuss because it is not useful for us. Compatibility also. Okay, and next. So before getting into this function sets, okay, let me